From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Shan with today's Voice Brief. It's Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023.
I'm Arpon Lobo. I cover state government and politics for the Detroit Free Press. The Michigan House of Representatives on Tuesday passed a plan to expand Michigan's laws banning phone use while driving. Lawmakers passed a 3-bill package banning distracted driving, more specifically, using a non-hands-free device behind the wheel. This means if your car doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you would need to get a phone mount to make calls or use navigation apps. There are exceptions, like if you need to report an emergency or a crime being committed, you could use your phone. Fines for violating the law would hurt your wallet, $100 for the first time you commit a violation and $250 for every subsequent offense. Those fees double if a car crash is caused. The plan now goes to the Senate for consideration. House lawmakers also passed a bill Tuesday to eliminate the so-called sunset provision for to-go cocktails and drinks at restaurants. During the coronavirus pandemic, some Michigan cities established hospitality zones where patrons could openly carry cocktails in specially marked cups. The bill passed Tuesday would allow to-go drinks permanently in Michigan. It also goes to the Senate for consideration.
For the Detroit Free Press Autos team, I'm Jamie Leroux. Steve Carlisle, the man who has been leading General Motors' most profitable region, North America, since 2020, will retire. He will be replaced by the head of Cadillac, Rory Harvey. GM announced the moves Tuesday. Carlisle, who is 61, has been with GM 41 years, and he ran Cadillac before taking charge of North America. Harvey, who's 55, has led Cadillac since 2020. He first joined GM 30 years ago and has held a variety of management positions in Europe and the Middle East. Replacing Harvey at the helm of Cadillac will be 54-year-old John Roth, the current Global Vice President of Customer Care and After Sales. All the changes take place June 1st. These moves come a day after GM confirmed it terminated several hundred contract workers as part of its target to cut $2 billion in total costs by the end of next year. For more on these stories, check out freep.com.
This is Brian Manzullo, craft beer writer for the Detroit Free Press. Founders Brewing Company announced Monday it's closing its Detroit taproom. The Grand Rapids brewing giant cited the changing craft beer market and the loss of foot traffic during COVID-19 as the main reasons why it shuttered the Midtown Brewpub. But it was revealed later Monday that Founders is the target of a racial discrimination lawsuit for the second time in 5 years. This one was filed Monday afternoon by a black employee who says she was promoted purely for optic reasons and subjected to egregious racial harassment. Founders released a statement Tuesday saying it was unaware of the filing when making the decision to close the taproom, and said it would conduct a thorough internal investigation. In 2019, Founders closed the taproom for several months after a leaked deposition from its first racial discrimination lawsuit made national headlines and created a social media firestorm. That case was settled out of court. For more on this, from me and staff writer Teresa Baldes, check out freep.com.
Legendary folk singer-songwriter Gordon Lightfoot died Monday. He was 84. The Grammy-nominated artist amassed 3 platinum and 9 gold records over the course of his career. Lightfoot's works include such songs as Sundown and If You Could Read My Mind, though he is most well known in Michigan for his hit song, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Michiganders took to social media on Tuesday to share what Lightfoot and his songs meant to them. In an interview with Free Press reporter Frank Witzel, Bruce Lynn, the executive director of the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum in Whitefish Point, said of Gordon Lightfoot, quote, "If it wasn't for him and it wasn't for his song, the awareness of the Fitzgerald wouldn't be what it is now. It's the number one reason why people come up to the museum." End quote. Among the notable fans and awards he garnered in his career, Lightfoot was inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame by Bob Dylan in 1986. For more on Gordon Lightfoot, including social media tributes, a 1974 interview with the singer-songwriter, and how the Mariners Church of Detroit honored the artist, you can look for links in the description of this podcast and visit freep.com.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, and more news out of Michigan State football. 3 players entered the transfer portal on Sunday. One of those 3 has now pulled his name out of that hat. Cornerback Charles Brantley announced on Tuesday that he was returning to Michigan State, stating on Twitter that loyalty outvalues everything. The 2 other players, quarterback Peyton Thorne and wide receiver Keon Coleman, are still in the portal for now. In the 48 hours that Brantley was in the portal, he got scholarship offers from Oklahoma and Colorado, of course, coached by Deion Sanders. But it seems as if Brantley will be back in the green and white this coming fall. Just another twist and turn in the continuing saga of college athletics. Stay tuned for the next hoop in the roller coaster.
For more from the Detroit Free Press, visit freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.